Hey there, welcome to Dabu Guild's first ever how-to guide. Today I'm going to be walking you through the Bastion of Twilight Heroic V&T fight. My name is Bopnlock and I play a Holy Paladin for Dabu of Khadgar. Our raid leader, F10, and Guildmaster XXL told me about a strategy they had found online that pretty much trivializes the entire fight, which involves a Subtlety spec rogue soloing the Twilight Realm. We decided to do this strategy, and I thought it would be a great chance to create a how-to guide for all the rogues out there trying it for the first time with their 10-man guilds. Let's start off with the basics. The following is my spec and glyphs. A link to my spec will be posted in the comments below. Next up is the basic rotation. We're going to be using as attacks Hemorrhage and Backstab. Our dots are going to be Rupture, and we want to keep on cooldown Feint and Recuperate. We're also going to be using First Aid, Health Potions, and Warlock Cookies. You also want to go ahead and use Cloak of Shadows and Preparation. Also, Sprint. I'll go ahead and give you a basic overview of what your job is going to be. Your goal in the Twilight Realm is to kill the dragons that are spawning the orbs. The more dragons you kill, the less amount of orbs spawn topside to nuke your raid in the face. Once you enter the Twilight Realm, you're going to gain a stacking debuff called Twilight Zone, which inflicts 5,000 shadow damage and increases shadow damage taken by 10%. Basically, the longer you're in there, the more stacks you gain. The more you gain, the more damage you take. But you're a rogue, so this is a non-factor to you considering we can Cloak of Shadows. With Cloak being on a 1.17 second cooldown, we're able to cloak this debuff off multiple times. I suggest while learning the fight that you cloak at 25 stacks, and the more you get comfortable, stack higher, highest being 35. During this time, you're also going to be taking what is classified as AoE damage, at least to my knowledge. Basically, lots of shadow bolts from orbs. Keep in mind, touching the orbs will one-shot you, or send you into cheat death early. Using Feint on cooldown will reduce the damage you take from the AoE by 50% for 9 seconds with a 10-second cooldown. You're golden if you keep this up at all times. I suggest having First Aid up to 525. My tune was designed specifically for Arena, so naturally I have 525 First Aid. It helps quite a bit. After you cloak your first 35 stacks, check your health. If you feel that you are low, 75%, eat a cookie. If you're really low, about 50%, use a health potion and the cookie. And lastly, First Aid. If you're getting really low, 35% is a good spot. Heal up. If at any point you drop below 20% health, exit the Twilight Realm by right-clicking on a large white orb and receive heals topside. You can always go back in. There are roughly 3 ways to enter the Twilight Realm. Number 1, Dazzling Destruction. 3 big purple swirlies will show up on the ground, and meteors will strike the center of them. Stand in the purple to go down. Number 2, stack on the tank while he waits for 5 stacks of Twilight Shift. Number 3, after a deep breath, hop into the fire and immediately out. I cannot stress this enough. Get away from the fire after you touch it. You'll begin to phase and watch your surroundings as you enter. This is the most RNG of all ways to enter the Twilight Realm, as you may accidentally phase right into an orb and not even know it. You also then have to deal with either 1 or 2 more deep breaths, which will kill you. Well, that's about all the intro I really have to tell you. I'm going to show you a video of how I've done it, with brief commentary. Enjoy. Always wait for the third dazzling destruction. If you take the first one, then you have to dodge the following two, or it could kill you. Don't be afraid to Shadow Step. It helps you when you're trying to dodge the orbs. Always keep Feint and Recuperate on cooldown. They're your bread and butter. "30 stacks, time to cloak, and like I said before, first aid rules." It's much easier to dodge Deep Breath from topside rather than Twilight side. Plus, you can get topped off on health and hop right back in with fresh hots rolling. Remember, the fire hurts quite a bit. You want to touch it and move out. Listen for the raid leader to call out deep breaths. Mine set through middle, so I moved. Unfortunately, the tank moved with me. Good job, tank. "30 stacks. Time to cloak and drink a health potion." At this point, I should have used first aid. Well, too bad I'm stupid. No cloak and I'm below 20% health. Time to get topside. Always try to get a second cookie when possible. From this point, our guild leader tells me to stay topside and zerg for the kill. The dragon goes down for the count, and of course the healer cloak drops. Wonderful. Nonetheless, excellent kill. I hope you have as much fun as I did in this fight. You can watch our kill videos at www.dabuguild.com. Of course, feel free to subscribe for future videos and how-tos. If you have any questions, feel free to post on our forums or message me in-game on Bopnlock or Gotchaqt on the Khadgar realm. Have a good one.